Good morning. Welcome to the Carla Marie Anthony Show. My name is Anthony.
I'm Carla Marie.
And if you got the email this morning about a giveaway, Carla Marie, let's hit them with that first.
We're going to be giving away this Beachwaver. Little dent in your box, but what do you care? It's free. And it's
Where's the dent?
Right there.
Oh, yeah.
Probably a cat. It's the rainbow one. It's so cool. It's a 1-inch. I highly recommend this size for everyone that's like, I'm getting a Beachwaver. I don't know what size to get. I always say the 1-inch.
So all you've got to do, and I'm going to put the information on the screen, but all you have to do to enter is type in ! And the word ticket into the chat. And obviously, to be joining our chat, you do have to be following our channel here. And then if you are subscribed to the channel, you get 3 times the odds of winning.
What
are you laughing at?
Wearing a fake ponytail.
Oh, you know what, Carla Marie? Actually, I want to do this real quick.
Do what? Fix my hair?
No, I'm not going to fix your hair. So, yesterday, I searched for the Beachwaver. I was looking for the picture because, as you can see here on the screen, there's a picture of the Beachwaver there.
Yeah, I love it.
So let's focus on that for a second. There we go. I want to go. Bastards. Nothing works. There we go. So yesterday when I was searching for a good picture to put up there.
Hello, there I am.
I searched Beachwaver, obviously.
Has everyone seen this?
They will in a second. And I was scrolling. Oh, now it's not coming up? That's weird. Let me try this. What the heck?
Was it me?
It was you.
What?
It came up, and it's because Sarah Patempa, the woman who created the Beachwaver, had posted you on her Twitter, I guess.
Did you write the Beachwaver when you searched it?
Maybe.
Isn't Google so funny how sometimes you have to search certain things? So finicky. That's why I use Bing now.
Oh, do you? Oh, yeah, now it's not coming up. But yesterday,
they probably
when I was searching. Well, good thing I saved the picture anyway.
Oh.
So we can put that on the screen. Let's go back to here for a moment. Those are the contest rules. By the way, you do have to be here to win. And we will close the drawing around 8:30 here on the West Coast, 11:30 on the East Coast. You do have to be here, and you do have 2 minutes once we select your name to let us know that you're here. Otherwise, we've got to move on. We can't just sit around staring at the screen for more than 2 minutes.
I really love the background of that Beachwaver photo, and I kind of want to use that pattern and make it like our back wall.
Well, that was just some woman who was selling hers online. It was on Poshmark.
Oh my God, that came up. She's selling it for 125 beans.
What do you mean that came up? You were searching for it as well?
Yeah, because I was going to use an image too.
Well, there you go. Let's see. The rules, obviously, you have to be following to enter the contest, mainly because you have to be following our channel to enter the chat. You do enter by typing the words, exclamation point and the word ticket. You've got to be present to win and respond within 2 minutes of your name being drawn. Subs do get 3 times the odds of winning, and hopefully you can email us today with your shipping info if you win. That way we can get it out to you tomorrow.
Well,
post office is closed today.
Slow the roll a little bit. I got to find a box at this bad boy.
We'll find it. We'll find it because we got some things to talk about today, Carla Marie. And I'll explain why we'll have a box pretty quickly for the Beachwaver to ship that out tomorrow. It's because I have to do some shipping as well.
Okay.
So we're going to jump down from Nerdy Old Man at the Club.
Hold on. Where are we at Hype Train?
At the Hype Train?
I can't. I just looking at Google here. Can I get something on the screen? Thank you.
There you go. Hype Train level 6. So start pouring up the shop. So on, was it Friday night? What?
I'm going to wrap it in brown paper. It's already dented. It'll be fine.
So on Friday night, I decided to go to the club because our friend DJ Vega was at VU, which is in Belltown here in Seattle. And I don't know if I even talked about this back when we were at LA Comic-Con, but one of the things that I did while we were at LA Comic-Con with our friends at the Roosevelts was I picked something up for DJ Vega. There was an LA Comic-Con exclusive. It was a Funko Pop.
And DJ Vega streams on Twitch often.
Yeah. He's been on our stream before, so he hit me up. He was like, hey, if you're there, can you go to this booth and see if they still have their limited edition LA Comic-Con Pop? I said, sure, no problem. So I went, and I picked up 2 of them. But the way that this company did their release was you had to buy it online in their location, like at the booth. So they didn't have to stock everything at the booth.
But you had to prove that you were at Comic-Con to be able to buy this specific one. It was
You basically had to scan a QR code while you were there that brought up a very specific page to buy this Funko Pop from, the special edition one. And then I thought it was lost forever because this was back in November.
First week of December.
Was it? So all of December doesn't show up. All of January doesn't show up. And I'm like, this thing's gone. There's no way. Finally, about 2 weeks ago, it shows up. And I'm like, you know what? I'm going to deliver it to him while he's at the club.
So you literally went to a club and brought a grown man his toy.
2 toys.
2 toys.
2 toys. And it gets worse. It gets nerdier.
Can I just say
that.
what I'm making here?
Yes.
It's a peppermint patty. Seattle Cocktail Club gave us everything we need to make the shooter because today is National Chocolate Mint Day.
Oh, sweet.
And if you go to seattlecocktailclub.com, you can get the full recipe. But it's peppermint schnapps, Irish cream, and I always mess that one up.
Creme de cacao?
It's not.
Cacao?
I don't think it's cacao.
I don't know. You're probably not going to like this one because you don't like Thin Mints, right?
No, but I mean, we'll see.
And that's basically what we're going to have, mint and chocolate.
Yeah,
I'm going to love it. It's one of my favorite flavors. We had a neighbor who bought a bunch of Girl Scout cookies recently, and they offered boxes to everyone. So I was like, you know what? I'm just going to take one box. I don't need to be a disgusting human like I normally am.
Anthony's not in the neighbor group chat.
No.
So I had to respond and say, we'll take some Thin Mints. And then, I said, Anthony will take Thin Mints. And I only have one neighbor that I'm like super, super friendly with. And someone's like, oh, Thin Mints seem to be the popular one. And I was like, let me just clarify. I said Anthony will take the Thin Mints because mint and chocolate is trash, and I will never put my name on that. And it started a riot in my neighbor group chat.
But we got through 65% of Hype Train level 6, which means we have reached our goal. We try to get to level 5 every day.
Woo.
But I destroyed that box of Thin Mints in one day.
You did. Okay, so
less than 24 hours, 2 sleeves, done.
Toys in the club.
Toys in the club. Back to that. So I show up, and originally my goal was to deliver the Funko Pop in the club with sparklers. Like I wanted the cocktail waitresses to walk over to the DJ booth with me with sparklers and everything. The problem was I showed up too early. And the main room where DJ Vega was spinning wasn't open yet. So like they were still setting up by the time I got there. So I show up with this big cardboard box and I have to just hand it over to him. So I hand it to him. He does a little video, blah, blah, blah. We're being super nerds. And then it got even nerdier because Vega said, you know what's so funny? When you texted me saying that you were coming to the club today, I remembered that I had been saving something for you. So
is this like you guys traded pogs at the club? What happened?
Almost. So I gave him the 2 Funko Pops, and he hands me a graded Pokemon card.
I cannot.
And this is literally happening in the club.
I wish you were single so that I could say, this is why you're single.
So I guess he had a bunch of cards graded and graded the same exact card. So he had an extra one. And the thing is worth like, I think $11 now. But he decided to gift it to me. And I thought it was really cool.
This is like next level.
This is next level.
Could you imagine you were at a club and you literally saw 2 men trading a Funko Pop and a Pokemon card?
I mean, I would like it. I would be a fan of it. But yes, it is very nerdy. And the crazy
Tucker
thing
Carlson wonders why there's 50-year-old women single.
Yeah.
This is why.
No, that's your fault. So here's the interesting part, though. And I'll admit, I am a nerd. I am not a cool person whatsoever. But Vega's actually really cool.
Yeah, it's true.
So it made me feel a little bit better. But it gets worse for me at the club. And I'm going to take the shot to explain the rest of this story because I was so disappointed with myself the moment I did this thing. And I haven't even told Carla Marie what I did yet.
Oh, God. Is this what you started laughing about randomly and then said,
Yes.
I'll tell you?
It is.
Beachwaver giveaway. You use exclamation point and the word ticket. And we haven't given it away yet, Gretchen. No worries.
There you go. It will be given away in about 15 minutes. 8:30 here on the West Coast, 11:30 over on the East Coast. Those are the rules. To enter, exclamation point and ticket is all you have to type into the chat. Carla Marie, before I get into my Embarrassing club story. Let's take a shot.
Also, the word nerd reminded me I need to talk about how you shamed a school full of small children.
I did not do that. Cheers to everyone who supported the stream this morning, and cheers to our friends at Seattle Cocktail
Happy
Club.
birthday to Lenny. Took it before you. First time ever. That's for you, Lenny.
That is really good.
I love that one.
That is really, really good.
Wow. So I like Seattle Gummy Company Chocolate Mint and Seattle Cocktail Club. That's it.
That's probably my favorite shot
I agree.
that we've ever taken from
Ever.
Seattle Cocktail Club.
Steph made it. What? Steph used
How
to
do you know that? Where's that?
Because Gilly Wagon just.
Oh, okay.
Stephanie worked with us at the radio station here in Seattle. She was on our promotions team. She filled in for a bunch when we ever had a producer that was out, and luckily she escaped. So now she's working with Seattle Cocktail Club.
And to keep everyone updated, we got about 87 people who have entered the contest already. If you are a subscriber to this channel, you do have 3 times the odds of winning. You do have to be here to win, like it says on the screen. And you'll need to let us know within 2 minutes. I have a timer on my phone. Within 2 minutes once we draw your name. Otherwise, we will move right along.
Okay, so
back to the club.
you're at the club. You guys traded Pogs.
It was Funko Pops and Pokemon. Very Seattle of us, by the way. Because the Funko Pop office, their headquarters,
Everett, right?
are up in Everett. And the U.S. Pokemon headquarters are over in Redmond, right next to Nintendo and Microsoft. So very Seattle of us. Then they open the doors to the main part of the club, right? This is where we're standing. I'm in the DJ booth now, which is like an elevated DJ booth over the dance floor. And you've got to go up this spiral staircase. It's very narrow to get to the DJ booth. So I'm hanging out there for probably 30, 40 minutes, something like that, talking about Pokemon, doing nerdy things while we're hanging out. And I decided, you know what? I don't feel like drinking today. I drove here anyway, so I'm just going to head home. Going to go watch a movie or something when I get back to the house. So I decide to say goodbye to everybody. And it's me, Vega. I think the other DJ was named Smooth, and a woman that was there with him.
Mhm.
So all 4 of us are up there. Say bye to Vega. Say bye to the other 2. And I go to walk down the spiral staircase. And I put my hand, because I'm responsible, I put my hand on the railing. And it comes loose, right?
It's because those muscles.
It juts out.
Wait,
So my first reaction was to turn to these 2 people who I've never met before in my life. And I just pretend your arm is the railing for a second. I was like, hey, guys, railing is kind of loose here. You're going to want to be careful on the way down. And literally as I did it, I was like, I'm the Progressive commercial. Or is it, I don't know, whatever that, is it Progressive?
we do this all. We never know which commercial. It's Progressive. It's got to be.
Being your parents or
Yeah.
whatever. Parents commercial is Dr. Rick.
Okay, I'm gonna send Anthony
That is Progressive.
a photo and video of what he looked like when he went to the club.
Why? I liked my shirt. Everyone liked my shirt. It is
It's
Progressive.
not the shirt. I guess I'm just gonna send the photo
Okay.
because
All right, send it to the worst Anthony. Where'd you send it?
Ours.
Okay.
It's sending now. It'll explain why the railing broke.
Listen, I've gotten a little heavier recently, you know?
Same. DJ Synth,
Subscribing with Prime because he wants to win that Beachwaver.
Veronica.
DJ Synth does have the cool, it comes over his hair a little bit. I feel like he could curl
We
it.
have started 87 conversations. Can you click that?
Well, I was waiting for the picture to come through. Okay. So I'm downloading this picture.
The video's better, but unfortunately, I'm gonna have to share that on my social media. Swolthany, thank you, Scotty. So Anthony,
That's not a thing.
let me kind of give you the backstory of what happened Friday night.
Oh.
So Friday day, Caroline and Max went in for dental surgery. I'm telling you right now, I can't have human babies because I was crying on my way to taking them, crying after I dropped them off. I can't. Like the idea of them going under kills me, but they're fine. They actually had a very successful surgery. They both got a deep clean. Max got 1 tooth pulled and 1 crown. Caroline got, I think, 1 pulled. Whatever it was the exact same teeth for both of them because they have a genetic disorder that messes up their teeth. And the vet actually couldn't believe. He's like, I can't believe it was the exact same teeth. The one on Caroline, it actually fell out. He's like, I don't even have to pull it, which saved me some money.
That's great.
Still cost me.
Yeah, these cats are pretty expensive, huh?
Still cost me like $3,200. Thank you, cat insurance. Shout out Nationwide.
Are they on your side?
They are. If they would like to sponsor us, that would be great. Anyway, no, not only in America, Fred the Mailman, also in the UK, because I talked to a vet in the UK. Much cheaper there, he told me, though. And
there's the picture, Carla Marie.
Okay, so Anthony I know this is happening. I had to stay locked in the bedroom with Caroline and Max, at least because they were so high from their surgery that they couldn't be near the stairs. So I'm locked in there with food, a litter box, spent my night watching Netflix. And Anthony walks in, and I was like, oh, you're like going to the club tonight.
Well,
huh?
what was I going to go to? T-shirt and sweatpants?
I mean, if you weren't staying. And then he's like picking up Max, holding her. And I was like, dude, your shirt is going to break. Like, yeah, zoom in on those muscles. Show everybody. Go ahead.
Zooming in on the
Zoom
muscles.
in. There's a video, and I'm going to have to post it today. It wouldn't let me email it. I was like, and the funny part is you had just was this after you gave away a bunch of shirts that didn't fit your arms? He walked.
Yeah, I did donate. I'm donating currently a bunch of stuff.
I'm going to start thrift shopping, by the way. I need to find jeans that fit. No clothes fit me anymore.
Speaking of going off the rails, are you going to finish this story?
No, this is the story that you walked into the bedroom. I'm sitting there with sick cats watching Full Swing on Netflix, having a Friday night, and this is the guy walks in. That is it's the Coco shirt from Roosevelt.
It's a great shirt. I got compliment. I took my jacket off at the club. Got some compliments.
You did not want, and I ordered for you anyway.
It's not that I didn't want the shirt. I didn't want anything at the time. I was just I felt like I had an avalanche of clothes every time I opened the closet, so I just didn't want anything. And I have gone through, and I've trimmed down what's in the closet.
Code CMA or CMA15, I think gets you 15% off at the Roosevelts.
Yeah, try it out. I don't know. I don't know what happens anymore.
Like, look, your arm is thicker than all the cats. Like, John is a big man.
I hope so. They're pretty small cats.
Mine's not bigger.
I also outweigh you by probably like 80 pounds.
How much do you weigh?
I'm currently like somewhere between 190 and 200.
No.
I've never topped.
Wish you outweighed me by 80
I've never
pounds.
topped 200 pounds in my whole life.
Me neither yet. On my way, though.
Cindy K says, my son loves his Coco shirt from the Roosevelts. I did get a lot of compliments on the shirt, and I was telling everyone, I was like, well, here's where you can get it. And before you buy it, let me know, and I'll make sure I get you our code. I was like doing PR for them at the club. What, Carla Marie?
Lenny wants to know why Caroline is just staring at you in that photo.
That's what she does.
The bot. She's very judgy.
That's just what she does. Moving back to.
So glad we were able to share that photo.
Our giveaway.
Uh-oh.
What are you trying to do?
You didn't send it.
I didn't send what?
It was, you said moving back, but you never actually changed the photo.
Yeah, I did.
I promise you didn't. That's why I hit that, but I hit the wrong button. Okay, wait. So we were driving on Saturday night, and Anthony just starts laughing.
Yeah.
And he's like, oh. And then I'm like, and he goes, never mind. I'm going to wait till Monday to tell you. And
I think it's because a Progressive commercial may have like played in one of the podcasts or something we were listening to. But that's literally what made me think of it. I pushed the handle, the railing of the banister or whatever. I pushed it out, and immediately, not only did I warn the people that it was a loose railing, I did the shake to show them. I was like, careful over here. This one's pretty loose. You don't want to hurt yourself on the way down.
I wish I was there. I wish I was there for that.
They're both just staring at me. Like, okay, old man, please get the hell out of this club. Why are you even up here?
Should we go to that club for my birthday weekend?
We could. It's fun.
Is DJ Vega going to be spinning on Saturday the 4th?
I think what we can do is we can reach out to Vega and FaZe and see where they are both.
No, I'm not going to Bellevue. I can't do it.
FaZe is now at Ozzy's in Queen Anne.
That's a sports bar.
Yeah, but they play music at night.
Because, listen, Bellevue is a beautiful place. That's where my Orange Theory class is on Saturday. Sign up. It's free.
Is it this Saturday?
Yes. But taking an Uber there and back when you're drunk, not about that life. It's like 30 minutes. I ain't got time for
I think
that.
we should just get a party bus.
for 4 people.
I don't know. We'll pack
But
it.
emo night is happening on my birthday weekend. And I'm like, no better way to turn 3-5 on 3-5. Although it's 3-3 is emo night. And it's emo night Brooklyn. I think it's their first time in Seattle. I got to reach out to them and tell them.
What?
It's my birthday.
Because they're gonna care.
I'm gonna be on stage the whole night like this.
They're gonna care. What are you gonna be doing?
Our friend Steve from Roosevelt's is gonna be here. It's Emerald City Comic Con.
This is kind of a ridiculous show. We've bounced around more than we normally do. There are 4 minutes left, by the way, to enter this contest, this giveaway for the Beachwaver. Info's up on the screen. That's what the Beachwaver looks like. And if you don't know what it is, real quick, Carla Marie, give them your 30-second pitch of the Beachwaver.
I should have plugged it in. It is a hair curling tool. It's a 1-inch barrel, the one that you could win. The pattern is a rainbow. It was a limited edition one, which is awesome. But it curls your hair kind of on its own. There's like a little button that you hit. So back in the day, we would all do like the wand, and you'd have to do this and like this and burn your hand or use a glove. This basically replaces that. It's amazing. It's how I've curled my hair for like 9 years.
Can you ask
Sarah?
Queen Sarah Potempa if she can make a beard straightener? Because after we talked about it on this show, I think 3 or 4 days later, within the week, I was at the gym. I was over here at LA Fitness in Ballard, and I saw a man brushing his beard.
At the gym?
At the gym. And I realized it was plugged in.
No.
And I was like, so
in
I went.
the locker room?
Yeah. So I went to the guy. And thankfully, he wasn't like one of the super old guys that starts doing their hair while they're naked. So he at least had pants on when I started talking to him. I was like, hey, this is going to be a weird question. Is that a beard straightener? And he was like, yeah, I just picked this up at Target for $7.
That's it?
Yeah, because the ones we were looking at were like $160 online. And I asked him, I said, do you think it actually works? And he said that he only uses it before he goes to the barber for like a beard trim to make his barber's life easier so that he can like level things out.
Why don't you ask your barber if it's legit?
I could. I'm going to be there on Thursday or Friday this week. Thursday. But yeah, it curls a little bit down here.
You should go to there. I hope that Sarah Potempa makes one and it's like the rose gold one.
I don't care.
You would actually, you do use my cute little mint green hairbrush, but you don't use it at the gym.
I don't brush my hair at the gym, but I would. I don't care. If someone came up to me, like, and this used to happen to me a lot, by the way, when I had long hair, I would be at bars, I'd be at clubs, and random dudes, normally, not even normally, exclusively Jersey meatheads and New York meatheads would come up to me and be like, nice hair, what are you, gay? I'm not joking. And they'd use much harsher words than I just did. That doesn't bother me at all. It didn't bother me then. And if someone was like, nice comb, it's pink, are you gay? I'm like, no, move on.
I can't handle the aggressiveness of people from New Jersey and New York.
That used to happen all the time.
I know.
All the time. Minute and 10 seconds, by the way, until we close this contest.
I see a lot of people being like, Tacoma Swiftie gets the dent in her hair when she curls it. Wendy from Brooklyn said she doesn't know how to use her Beachwaver. So I'm thinking I do a night stream where everyone has a Beachwaver shows up. Not on Instagram Live, like we all do it here.
Mm-hmm.
I curl my hair and we give away the last one.
Go for it.
All right, I'm going to talk to Sarah, see if she wants to join.
That'd be awesome. Make sure she signs up for guest star. It's way easier that way. Okay. I've been thinking about that. There's a couple people I haven't told Carla Marie that are going to join us in the next couple weeks on the stream.
I told you my theory.
What?
My thoughts. I want to line up some guests and we like announce it like SNL with little post-its.
We could.
So I'm going to actually write on the post-its and handwrite and make it look so jankety.
All right, we got about 30 seconds until we're going to close this drawing, so make sure you are entering exclamation point and the word ticket. That is all you have to put into the chat. No spaces, nothing else. Exclamation point, ticket, press enter, and you are good to go. We've got 102 people in this thing right now.
All right, we're going to have to do it too. I see a lot of people talking about Beachwaver tutorial. We're going to fix it, everyone.
Fix what?
Yeah, your beach waving skills, and whoever said they look like Shirley Temple, you're holding the curls in too long. You're holding it in your hair too long. You only need like swirl, 1, 2, 3, out.
I had Shirley Temple hair for a while.
Okay, do that for now. And then I can guest star people, and they can show me how they're using it, although if it's flipped, I'm going to be very confused.
Oh, here we go. There is... That's weird. It says we've only been doing this for 6. That doesn't make any sense. That time is off, right? Here, I'm going to put what we got on the screen for a second. There it is. So that's clearly incorrect because it says we've only been doing this contest for about 7 minutes, even though we started at 8:10-ish. 106 people are in, and we are closing the giveaway. Remember, you do have to be here to win.
Well, wait.
What?
Everyone, just make sure you entered, and it like didn't reset 6 minutes ago.
No, we still have 106 people.
That's fair.
That are in here. So closing the giveaway in 5, 4, 3, 2,
Ooh.
1.
Look at all those last minuters.
Done. This is on the screen so everyone sees that we're doing this legitimately. Draw a winner. Remember, you've got 2 minutes. I got the timer ready to go here. Go for it, Carla Marie.
Vicky, how?
Vicky!
She's in here.
Well, she's got 2 minutes to let us know. Gonna put the chat up on the screen.
Ooh, she just re-entered it just to make sure.
There she is.
Yay,
All right.
Vicky. Okay, email
Yeah,
us.
that was quick. 14 seconds she let us know.
hello@carlamarieandanthony.com with your full name and address.
And then we'll send that out.
And it comes with like a little, I think we have the rainbow scrunchie. And
Yeah,
like
there's
few other
a
fun stuff.
carrying case. Let us know your shirt size as well because we might have a matching hoodie.
Yeah, I don't know what sizes they sent us,
Exactly.
so we'll send you the size closest.
So let us know all of that info. Email us hello@carlamarieanthony.com. And back to
And don't judge my packaging when it comes.
don't judge your package. Now you know what it feels like. Now you know what it feels like.
I wish.
What?
I wish we could just walk around and be like, instead of like, look, like you could see cleavage, we just see penis.
Trust me. I wish you could too. I wish you could too.
Someone's going to clip that.
Speaking of penis and vagines and all of the things, Tiger Woods, y'all. We're going to talk about Tiger Woods because I think, well, I'm over the story, honestly. And I know people are going to get upset with me when I say this. So you explain the story because you did a pretty good job in the morning show podcast this morning, explaining what happened with Tiger and the drama and why people are upset with him.
So there was a golf match. It was is it Genesis?
Yes.
Which I'm actually watching full swing on Netflix because I really wanted to learn about golf because it's so boring to me. And they actually do such a good job at making you give a crap about it.
Yeah, when there's a personal story behind anything, like you don't really watch college basketball.
But love Last Chance.
But Last Chance U.
But this is different. Now I'm going to, like, I know about all these guys. I'm almost done. I have like 2 favorites. I forgot their names, but I'll tell you about them one day.
Okay.
Anyway, so all this stuff is going on with Tiger. I don't like realize what's happening until after I start watching. On Thursday, it was the Genesis Invitational. And Justin Thomas hits his ball. And then Tiger goes and he hits his ball and he hits it further because he's Tiger Woods. That's what he does. And I guess like they have a running joke, like they play pranks on each other. That's super cute. Love to see the personality. Except Tiger slipped a tampon to Justin after Tiger beat him on that round. Now that was obviously, and there's all these photos. You literally see it. It's like the cardboard one that you get for free.
I've got to be honest. Whoever zoomed in on that shot, like
it was a specific photographer there.
They did a great job because it was. It's not like he like threw the tampon in his face.
He like
it was like the same way you pass a drug dealer $20, right?
It was like
not that I've passed a drug dealer $20, but like that.
And women will know it's either the one you get for free, you got to pay 25 cents for. That's got like what was the for?
I was agreeing with you.
How do you know?
Because you told me.
I
continue. Move on with the conversation. Let's go here.
Okay, so he hands it to him, like slips it to him, and it was taken as Tiger's being like, "Here you go, girl. I just beat you. You played like a girl.
Yeah.
You're less than."
He's basically saying,
"I have your period." I don't really know what he was trying to say there.
No, what he's saying is, I outdrove you. You're my bitch.
Okay.
Is what he's saying.
Okay.
He's not, and this is what got me annoyed. Was it a classy move? No.
Especially in the game of golf.
But here's the thing. Should we expect classy moves from Tiger Woods?
No.
The answer is no. The answer is no. We know the guy has is not a nice person.
And I said this in the podcast, it was 13 years ago yesterday. He gave his speech saying, I apologized to his wife at the time because he cheated on her with like 47 women, whatever it was.
Yeah.
And he was leaving the game of golf for a bit, and that when he returned, he would be more respectful of the game. That was 13 years ago yesterday.
But and that that was an actual issue,
Yes.
right? Him driving drunk, him cheating on his wife multiple times. Those are real issues. Those
Well,
make
car
him
accident was never found.
No, but when he
When they were cheating.
that's basically like he drove drunk, got in an accident, and then somehow that all came out. Either way, there are things that should be news, and there are things that it's okay for people to just go, oh, what an asshole, and move on. And I feel like the Tiger Woods situation from this weekend was one of those situations. You go, he's an ass, and move on. Or laugh at it if you want. If you think it's funny, laugh at it. If you don't, move on. It just became this huge story for 2 days.
Well, here's my thing. I wasn't like, I'm offended by Tiger Woods thinks I can't do, because I can't fucking do that. I can't hit a golf ball.
You definitely can't outdrive Tiger Woods.
No, and neither can you.
Neither can I.
Does it just mean because you're a woman? It has not, it's whatever. But what did bother me is that, and again, what I talked about on the show, on the podcast, was there's period poverty, right? So it's like a real issue in the world that literally girls are bleeding through their pants in school because they can't afford it.
Yeah, well, Tiger Woods can afford a lot of things none of us can afford.
Exactly. So why is he like taunting and like just, and then there's like a photo of Justin Thomas just throwing it out. Like, granted, yeah, I know it's whatever. It's free or 25 cents, but there's people that can't afford them.
Think about how much food they probably waste on a daily basis. There's people who can't afford food either.
And also now there's like, you can't not see that, right? So if you're a 15-year-old girl, maybe you're just getting your period for the first time, that news story's everywhere, and you're like, cool, like these grown men, like how do the younger boys at school feel if these grown men are like making fun of periods, and like it makes you so vulnerable and sensitive and even more guarded now.
Maybe Tiger and who was the
Justin Thomas.
Maybe
JT.
Tiger and Justin were trying to teach the world how to discreetly pass tampons to one another.
Because now there's going to be little douchebag boys that are doing the same thing at school.
They probably were doing it before.
No.
In high school, this is a real thing. My old athletic trainer, who's one of the nicest guys in the whole world, but you got to remember, this is like early 2000s, different time, right? If you went into the training room too often throughout the week with fake injuries, which is what every high school boy would do to get out of practice, and girl, if it was the boys specifically, at some point he'd go, "Oh, your knee is hurting you again. Let me go get the Vagisil." Basically saying,
but that's
like,
fucked up.
It is today. It is.
No, it's fucked up then too.
It wasn't. No one
is.
cared.
It wasn't because you didn't know it was.
Exactly.
But that's implying that because your knee hurts, you're a woman.
No, he's
and you're complaining.
And
when we all know that there have been so many studies that prove that women can handle pain better than men.
So, and that's fine. And no one's arguing that. But women can go through childbirth. Men don't have the opportunity to prove them wrong.
I would love for that to be able to happen.
It just can't. It's not going to happen. So my argument, though, Carla Marie, is my old athletic trainer saying you're being a P word, basically.
Yeah.
Go back out and practice. Is that different than from when we were just watching Ant-Man and the Wasp and there was that whole "don't be a dick" part? It's a whole speech. Don't be a dick. You're being a dick. Blah, blah, blah. That's something that we possess that you don't. How come a girl can tell a guy to not be a dick?
Okay, so you're saying are you offended by?
No, I'm just asking why is it so offensive?
I don't know. Like the saying "don't be a dick."
Yeah.
Because penises are mean. I don't know.
It's just, I don't know. Wendy said they do have the contraction simulations for men.
It's not the same. I've tried it, and period cramps are way worse.
And we did it in the studio. Alabama brought one into the studio a while ago when we still had radio jobs, obviously. And don't get me wrong, that thing hurt. But it wasn't like the worst thing in the world.
I've had average period cramps that are worse than that thing. But. And someone, I forget who said it, said, would it be the same if two women were passing the tampon? In that case, if I saw it, I'd be like, oh, she must know she needs a tampon. Like, no woman's going to be like, here, you have your period. That's why you didn't hit hard enough. Like, it's not. And then someone on Twitter, Let me tell you, you want to see the incels come out of nowhere? Post about Tiger Woods on Twitter because they all come out of nowhere to stick up for this man who has no idea that they exist.
So I won't defend Tiger Woods. I don't care. I don't care about
these
Tiger
men
Woods.
Are like, how dare you talk about Tiger Woods? You think you're perfect? Keep being funny on your show. And I was like,
oh, they said that to you?
yeah.
Well, they should know you're not that funny on the show.
I sent a gif of someone doing this. It's like me looking where I said I was perfect. Like, what are you talking about, dude? But someone says something along the lines of, it was something that happened in 2005. I guess there was a bet between a female golfer and a male golfer.
Okay.
I'm forgetting her name. And the bet was if she outdrove him on a hole, he had to wear this like long skirt on the next drive. And someone's like, well, that wasn't offensive. I was like, well, that was a bet they decided on prior. And it wasn't her saying, if I outdrive you, you're a woman, so you have to wear a skirt. It was just something funny that would happen if he did. Like,
I think there are similarities.
Absolutely. And I was like, also, wasn't okay.
Yeah. It was just one of those things. I do think as a nation, maybe as just society, or world society in general, I do think we have to like back up a second. And no one likes when you tell them to do this, but back up a second and relax. Like, take a step back, breathe. It was two dudes having a joke between themselves. A very, very high quality camera caught that picture.
When I first saw the photo,
that's the other thing. The fact that you know that they were trying to hide that.
Yeah. They
knew they were being funny in their circle, maybe rude on the general.
When there's 9,000 camera people there.
But it's not like Tiger Woods took the tampon out of his bag and chucked it at Justin Hardy. Not Hardy. What's his name? Thomas. Justin Thomas's face. It was something they were trying to do on the sly. They failed. Like, so it was just a ridiculous situation through and through.
Okay, so here's what happened with me. I saw Tiger Woods apologize for a joke that he did in the course, and I was like, joke? Like, well, he couldn't have been racist. Like,
wait, what happened?
I saw the headline was Tiger Woods apologizes. Like, I didn't see until after the fact. Tiger Woods apologizes for a joke he made on course, and I was like, well, what the hell could it have been? So I start looking up, and I'm like, I see Tiger Woods handed someone a tampon, and I was like, oh, okay, so like we're being 13, like making someone be embarrassed by handing them a tampon. But then I realized it was after. I got it in the context, right? It was after he was better than him, what it all meant. And I was like, I wasn't offended. I wasn't like, oh, Tiger Woods thinks I'm less than. Because even if he did, I wouldn't give a crap what Tiger Woods thought of me. It wasn't that. For me, it was, I always just think about other little girls.
Yeah.
And that's all. And yeah, I understand that like they need to be prepared for things, but there are little girls who see that you never know, right? That could be the last straw for someone.
What I would do if...
And you're on that stage, you have like the world looking at you, and we talk about this all the time. Do we expect celebrities and or athletes to be held to a different level? We do. We say often, you're in the public eye, right? You're an athlete. We do this. It's mainly with athletes. We expect you to behave differently.
Yes.
Because you're a role model.
Yes.
You're on the Wheaties box.
So I said no before. I agree with you. But again, it was between the two of them. It was something that was
in public.
It was in public. Yes, they tried to keep it on the DL. They didn't. Also, I want to give a shout out to Miguel in Miami, Florida, who said listening on his way back from Disney World. Cool. So that's pretty cool.
Woke Disney.
Oh, you know what we should talk about?
I know, but finish your thought here, bud.
I started reading the chat. I understand that there are girls going through that situation for the first time, and they might be feeling super uncomfortable if they weren't like, not that they're prepared for it, but if they didn't feel comfortable going into it, understanding everything. What I would say if I had a daughter and she saw that, I would just say, those are two guys who are never going to understand what you go through.
Yep.
And you are stronger than both of them.
Yep.
That's it. And you move on. Like, that's the problem, I think, is the fact that he even had to make an apology, because it's not a real apology. No, it's stupid.
Not. He starts off with, if I offended anybody, and it was Olympic
Michael Johnson
basketball player, was like, dude, that's not even a real apology.
No,
like,
I do agree. If you start with, if I offended you, I'm sorry. There's a way to say that, and it's Because what he's trying to say is I did not intend to insult anybody or offend anyone. What you could say is it was never my intention to insult anybody. I realize I did, and I apologize for that.
Yeah.
That's the way you make that apology. But either way, we are going to move on. Anthony would be a good girl dad.
I don't know.
I don't know
if you'd be a better girl dad or boy dad. I think you'd be too hard on the boy. And he would be like, I can't connect with my dad. He just wants me to have muscles, but all I want to do is play chess.
I don't care if my kid wants to play chess. I don't care if he wants to play the violin. I don't care if he wants to cheerlead.
Nope. I will not have a cheerleader. My family and I, we've all banded together and decided that this next generation of women in our family, from Adriana, who's a few weeks old, to beyond, we will tell them how horrible cheerleading is, and we will never let them be a cheerleader.
So,
because we all did it.
Regardless of what my son or daughter would want to do growing up, I would gauge their level of interest. And if they care about it, I would push them to care about it properly and show that activity the respect it deserves and really go at it. If they just want to do something for fun, right? Like if I had a kid that wanted to play baseball and it's like, I never want to be pro, I never want to go to college, I just want to play baseball for fun and hang out with my friends, go do whatever you want. If you want to do it to get a scholarship, if you have like real dreams and ambitions in that sport, then I'll push that person. I'll help them get to where they want to go. But I don't care.
Whatever, they're just going to want to be a YouTuber anyway, so it doesn't matter.
Yeah, instead of being an actual professional football player, they'll be like a YouTube football stunt person. Like there is an actual account. The guy puts on a black helmet with a black visor, and I guess he used to be like a college football player, and he makes these crazy catches. He never went pro, but he has a crazy football account on YouTube and makes a decent amount of money doing that.
Fine. Yeah, no. Cheerleading is literally the most dangerous thing in the world, and all of my body injuries stem from that.
Is it as dangerous for guys? Because normally guys are...
No, because they're not flipping in the air.
Exactly. So...
Well, it's hard to tell because all of the studies that have been done, you have to think the percentage of men that are in cheerleading. So overall, it's just cheerleading is the most dangerous sport in the world. More deaths happen for cheerleaders than anything else.
People
more
just dropped on their head.
concussions. Like everyone's like, oh, football concussions. And granted, because there's NFL, obviously. But there's more deaths in cheerleading. There's more injuries. Definitely, probably self-esteem issues come from it. You're wearing belly shirts all the time. Like, you're half naked. There's a lot of issues that come with cheerleading that aren't just, like, physical. But male cheerleaders, there's not many of them. So it's hard to tell. And most of them, I'd say most of the injuries probably come in high school. I think at the collegiate level, there's way more protections and way more safety, and there's way more rules.
And they're also, once they get to that level, they're better at it.
Yes.
But and they have better coaching. They have better resources.
But, yes, the men are tumbling, but they're not really flying, being a flyer. It's so funny you were talking about this today.
Why?
Because I was at Orange Theory working out this morning thinking about how, one day you're a flyer and you're, like, in stunts, and, like, no one ever tells you, like, that's the last time you're ever in a stunt. And, like, yeah. I want to, like, go to, like, a gym and just be, like, because we had to do standing leg, one leg thing today, and I was like, oh, that's not my strong leg. That's, like,
There's no, like, rec league cheerleading?
There is, but I don't know if they can pick me up. I just wanted to go to, like, a place where it's, like, all men, because they do the men do the one arm with the girl.
Okay.
I just want to go, and I want them to flip me around for, like, an hour, and then I go home. And
Did you ever have a male cheerleader on any of your teams?
Yes. My junior year of high school, we had twin brothers.
Were they good?
Jeremy and...
Like, were they strong enough to hold everyone up?
No.
So what did they do?
They did tumbling, and they did some stunts, but, like, it's also not just a strength thing, it's a technique thing. And, like right now, if my sister and I went to go put someone in a stunt, we'd be way stronger at it than you are because you just don't know. How often do you hold a foot?
No, right? I would drop anyone.
There's technique that come to it. So a lot of guys are like, oh, I can't hold her. Yeah, but it's crazy. Like the very minute techniques that come with, and even being a flyer, holding yourself up there is a thing.
Yeah. Well, yeah, because it's a lot about your balance too.
Yeah.
I want to shout out to Mary Alexis, who said, I'm so excited to watch live. Teacher on winter break. You look great.
Oh, so cool.
Also, I want to put up one thing, because I don't know the answer to this. This is what Texas Chris wrote in the chat a little while ago. And he wrote, there's a lot of text here. The other issue that talking about the Tiger Woods thing, this brings up to me is why do men and women play on different professional golf tours? If golf courses are set up for women to hit from different tees, this incident inspired by this type of thing reinforces that women and men should play on the same tour. Here's my question. So I know for basketball, for example, just the average height of a guy compared to the average height of a girl is a huge advantage in basketball, right? In baseball, to hit a baseball 360 feet over a fence, you have to be considerably strong. Like your strength and your height in a lot of sports, being a man, the average man compared to the average woman. That doesn't mean there aren't women that are taller than men or stronger than men. It's not what I'm saying.
No.
Just across the board.
Yeah,
the averages work out that way. Wouldn't being stronger and driving the ball further be a huge advantage to men in golf? I don't know golf well enough to speak to the differences between male and female golfers.
6 episodes of Full Swing.
And? Are there any female golfers, though?
Nope. Not in any of the episodes I've watched. It's almost like they do each episode about a specific person, about a different point in like the tour. It's kind of cool how they do it. But I don't know. They hit those things far. I have no idea. I go to Top Golf and I don't know what's happening when I'm there. So I have
What do you mean?
I hit it and it goes somewhere and I'm like, oh, that's cool. Although I hit it sometimes, I'm like, I can't believe I hit that thing that far.
Yeah. Sometimes they launch on you. You like mess
So
up and hit it right.
Do it.
Also, shout out to Maria in Omaha, who just texted in the chat and she said, just hopped on. Glad I'm still able to catch a bit. This whole having a baby thing is wild.
Are you having one right now?
But is here now, and we're listening together.
Hi, baby.
Hi, baby in Omaha.
Baby in Omaha. Can you make him a Twitch name? Baby in Omaha.
Let's see. Okay, so this is the one. I don't know anything about golf. Like literally, Tiger Woods and Vijay Singh are probably the only names that I know in golf, and that I don't think that guy's been relevant for 15 years.
He's not in the show.
Michelle Wee is the one female golfer whose name I recognize. And Fred the Mailman said, if men and women played on the same tour, most women would never see any money. Michelle Wee tried and didn't do well.
I didn't know she tried. That's cool.
The only sport that I feel like there should be no differences, but again, I think strength does play into it, is NASCAR. Like, shouldn't Danica Patrick?
Well, strength does play into it.
I guess it does, because controlling those cars at 200 miles an hour.
She should like be racing with them.
But like, shouldn't the gap, I guess, be smaller?
She was racing with them.
Yeah, not like
there's not a female NASCAR.
Not like super well.
But there's not a female NASCAR league.
There isn't.
But did she have the same training, or like we just know her name because it was the only female and she was in the GoDaddy commercial?
I mean, she definitely got more press because she was the only female, and the GoDaddy commercials did not hurt at all in terms of her making money. Ooh, female jockeys, that's a good one. You would know this because your friend Alex worked in the horse world.
She dated a
We
jockey.
partied with a jockey at her wedding.
Yes, we
He's
did.
a very small man.
He's so fun. Rajiv, he's a famous jockey.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think there are. I can get her.
But
I can text.
shouldn't that be a thing? Where your size actually is an advantage at that point?
Yeah. Maybe they're just not allowed. I just asked her. No, I didn't. I do recommend watching Full Swing on Netflix because it's just they do such a good job at explaining this. Like I never understood just golf and how it worked. Like I know the game. Like I understand the game of golf and under par and all of that stuff. But the PGA Tour and getting on the tour and the rules of being on the tour, and they talk a lot about the Live Golf Tournament, which you talked a lot about in the podcast last year. They do such a good job. But I looked up one of my favorite people, Sahith Theegala.
Who is that? He's a golfer?
Theegala. He's a golfer. He is so cute, and he like the way he just goes about golfing. Like he's a rookie, and he was like not expected to do well, and he was like in first place, and was about to win whichever tour, and then he drops to third, and he's like on the podium, like the press room, and he's crying, and they're like, "What do you think is the most disappointing?" They asked him some question. He's like, and he cries, whatever. But then in his like a confessional interview for the show, he's like, we often hear like hide your emotions, don't let people show your emotions. But my dad always taught me growing up, why would you hide I don't understand. Like, why would you hide your emotions? Your emotions are what you're feeling, who you are. You show your emotions. And he's like, and I've always just listened to my dad and done that. And I'm like, it was so refreshing just to see a man on the podium being like, yeah, I'm sad.
Yeah.
And I'm mad. And I'm crying.
So let me ask you a question, Carla Marie.
Yeah.
If he missed a shot badly on the course,
Yeah.
and his emotions got the best of him, and he smashed his golf club on the ground or snapped it over
Like
his
Tom
leg,
Brady.
would you have the same consideration for
They all
his
do that.
emotions?
And I in those cases, I get why they're mad because like they get in the sand. I'd be pissed too.
But because this is something we talked about early in the football season with Tom Brady smashing an iPad.
I have no remorse for Tom Brady though.
That's fine. But if you can accept the emotions crying on stage, why can we not accept?
Because again,
the other side
as
of that.
we argued about then, and we're not just go back and see that episode, we discussed that tears really can't be controlled. But picking up an iPad and throwing it can be. I wish, more than anything in the world, I could make myself not cry. I wish.
Well, but you should. In certain situations, you should.
Can't.
We're going to move
You
on
know
from
what?
that.
I hope next time you have to pee, you pee your pants. And I'm like, why didn't you hold it in? You're like, I couldn't help it. Same thing.
Weirdest thing I think I've ever heard. I want to put up Dee's comment.
Finding my perfect awkward. Thank you for the sub. Appreciate you.
Dee said, my son plays in a co-ed soccer league. He's 7, and the girls on his team are outstanding. They usually score more than the boys. His best friend, a girl, is amazing, and he said he wants to be as good as her, which is awesome. And I love the fact they're playing co-ed at that age.
They honestly, if they started that, I think just as like a science experiment, it would be so cool to see those kids when they're like 18, how they're playing.
Yeah, and I think it would help level out the playing field, because oftentimes the reason, well, I can't say oftentimes, one of the factors that goes into men being better than women in certain sports is that they normally start earlier and they normally have more games. They normally play better competition throughout their careers because more parents care about their boys' sports than they do their girls' sports. So it's like this self-fulfilling prophecy. But I will say, and it's a great book you should check out called The Sports Gene. And one of the chapters that he talks about is the differences between boys and girls growing up in the sports world, if you will, and how in Little League across America, there are a lot of Little Leagues that will allow girls to play. Like growing up, my 2nd grade Little League team had a girl, Lee Jester, and she was so good. And she ended up going to super athletic, ended up going to Duke, I believe, on a full lacrosse scholarship. And Duke is one of the best lacrosse schools in the country. But there's usually around the age that kids hit puberty, and obviously it's different for every kid, but around that general 3 or 4 year span, that's when they start to separate in sports. And even the girls who grew up
usually hit puberty sooner.
Well, it's not even that. It's even the girls who were really, really good in Little League up until that point. Once boys hit puberty, the changes in our physiological makeup is different. Men have longer forearms, for example, than most women their height. And that gives you better leverage when you're pitching. It makes your throws stronger. I mean, I'm also just taller than you in general.
That's crazy.
And that's normally where the division happens. That's when you start seeing drastic differences between men and women, girls and boys in sports. But when they're younger, when they're 7, 8, 9, when they're pre-puberty, it makes all the sense in the world to have them play the same sports and compete against one another, because it teaches them that they're equals in that regard. There's a space for everybody. But at some point, because of size, because of weight, because of strength, it does change.
We did get confirmation there are female jockeys.
There are. And they jockey like...
I just said, are there female jockeys? Yes. That's how the conversation ended.
Okay, can you ask her if they compete in the same races that male jockeys do? Like, they don't have to be... There's not like a separate horse league or whatever they do. Are male and female jockeys in the same races is the question. Jen said our town never has co-ed sports, and they 1,000% focus more on boys sports than girls sports, and that's unfortunate.
Go New Jersey.
Further Middleman said the average male golfer drives the ball 215 yards. The average female drives it 150 yards. That's a huge difference.
Mm-hmm.
That's why they hit from different tees and don't compete in the same tour. Huge advantage to the males.
And like Fred said earlier, the women would never win money.
And that's the thing. You want them to, if they're going to put all that time and effort into it, you want them to make some sort of living.
Yeah. But you don't go handing out random tampons to women on the tour because they didn't hit it as far as men. Unless they need it. Unless they need a tampon.
Yeah, maybe it's welcomed at that point. Female race car drivers. That's one the only one I know of is Danica Patrick.
You know what I would love?
And bless her PR team because she got all the PR in the world.
Yes. Oh, she said, yes, they do compete with male jockeys, and many have been very successful.
Cool.
What the heck?
There we go. We found one.
One
sport.
What?
Where the men and women compete on the same playing field, and the women have, pretty good success. That's if you have a daughter right now.
Rosie Napravnik is probably the most well-known in recent years.
This is maybe like a parenting hack.
Maybe I could be a jockey.
Although being a jockey and being in the horse world, I think you have to have pretty decent resources.
She retired to have kids, but she competed in Triple Crown races and everything.
That's cool.
Kids.
Why'd you say kids?
Throwing everything, man. Just kidding. There was something I was going to say about in any golf, anytime a female's on a big stage, and it's probably happened before, but when they're being interviewed in post game or pre game, you know how tennis stars have to give their entire week of their life to interviews before a big match. They should be like, I don't know, I'm getting my period that day, so I might be in a lot of pain, but we'll see what happens. And then people are gonna be like, eh.
I wonder with soccer and basketball, where your seasons are, every day for a certain amount of time. I wonder how female athletes handle that.
You load up on Advil and Midol and all the things.
There's got to be some days that you just can't play, right?
What country is it? Is it Spain? That just started menstrual leave, PTO.
I don't know what country it was. I saw it's a European country.
I mean, you've seen me. There are times when I'm on a couch ow, but I could take medicine for it, and I'm just like, no, I just want to feel it. Let me feel the pain. I want to feel it. I'm so weird with that. I want to, I love feeling the pain. I hate taking pain medication unless it's a headache.
I do want, continue.
But, tennis also is stopping, which tennis match is it where they're finally going to let women not have to wear white shorts?
Oh, I did see that. That's
They're you're playing and you're going to bleed right through that thing. Oh, and one more thing. I told the guy on Twitter that maybe the loser of the Tiger Woods, Justin Thomas thing should have had to put a tampon up his butt for the next drive.
Seems aggressive. But Daisy in Prineville, down in Oregon, said female drag racers compete with men and often do better because of reaction times.
That's so
which
funny.
Then brings me to a YouTube link that Lisa put in here. And this is a clip, and I remember when this happened. Jenny Finch played softball for the U.S. national team. And she did basically a tour leading up to maybe one of the Olympics, going to Major League Baseball stadiums and taking on Major League Baseball hitters, some of the best in the world.
With a baseball or a softball?
With a softball.
Okay.
And the video that Lisa put in the chat is Jenny striking out Albert Pujols, one of the best all-time hitters of
I didn't know about this.
ever.
That's cool.
I want to say this was late 90s, early 2000s. This was a big story. And again, going back to that book that I referenced earlier, Sports Gene, he has two good books, Sports Gene and Range. I suggest both of them, audio or old school, physical,
Vintage.
Whatever you call it. He mentions that because the first chapter is about baseball. And the big story with Jenny Finch going around the country was Alex Rodriguez.
And he wouldn't do it, right?
He refused to do it. And I give Alex Rodriguez a lot of credit, actually.
Well, she struck out A-Rod, according to Lisa.
No, he refused, unless he did it later on. Because he was the one guy who said he would not do it when she came to the stadium. Maybe they set up something later down the road. But the story goes that he saw her pitching to another player and decided, he was like, before I accept, let me check this out. And he stood behind her to see how she pitched and realized he'd be at a huge disadvantage if he got into the batter's box because it's coming from an arm angle that he's never seen before. And the book goes to explain that hitting is not necessarily, we all think, like reaction time. It's really seeing as many pitches as possible and guessing where the ball is going to be. It's more of a guessing game than anything.
You don't have time. It takes a
And
second.
his theory was, I've never seen this arm angle before.
Well, watch it,
I
buddy.
have zero data to predict where this ball is going to be. Therefore, I'm not going to hurt my image and look silly
Okay,
striking out. But
your image.
But he makes a lot of sense.
Yes, but also it wasn't gonna. People were gonna be like, "Oh, well, we can't give A-Rod $3 million."
But A-Rod's the guy who has always been very concerned about his image.
Yeah, well, it didn't
throughout his whole career. So
yeah, we don't like A-Rod here in Seattle. I never really loved him on the Yankees. I hated him as a kid.
I was
him.
not a fan.
And then the Yankees got him, and I was like, if Jeter likes him, then I'll like him.
I was not a fan when the Yankees decided to sign him. But when he became a Yankee, I obviously warmed up to him. I like the fact that the Yankees made him move to third base and basically let him know this is Jeter's team. And that was the year they made Jeter the captain. Just so
that was definitely Jeter behind the scenes.
Oh, absolutely.
Like, listen, buds.
And I guarantee you they went to Jeter beforehand and said, what do you think about this move? And he said, well, I'm not switching positions.
And
you better make him know this is my team.
Yo, I love that.
And you know what? To A-Rod's credit, he came to the team and he understood very quickly this was Jeter's team. I thought he did a pretty good job in New York. But
Seattle fans do not like that man.
Well, no. He left for the checks. And this is the funny thing about sports in general. Texas, at the time when he left Seattle and went to Texas, they offered him the largest contract in American sports history. I would 100% leave anything I was doing for that money.
So, in the Full Swing show on Netflix, they talk a lot about the Live Golf Tournament. And I understood what was happening because you were telling me all about it. But I understand the uproar of people being like, wait, you are on this big stage. You're a well-known athlete. You're going to go get paid by Saudi Arabia, a company that is morally, ethically, legally awful, right? Awful to humans, to women, to it's just all around bad, right? I understood the uproar. I feel that as well. However, some of these men are at the end of their career and they're like, I can make more doing this one tournament than I have in the last 15 years and I've got 3 kids and I can just do this and not worry. Like, I get it. I fully understand the people that were doing that. Now, it'll be very interesting to see what happens because all of those people that did it can no longer be on the PGA Tour.
I think they'll figure it out at some point. I think if Live collapses, I think the PGA Tour will let them back. I think they have a legitimate concern or legitimate argument against letting players play in both leagues at the same time.
Yeah, like you can't do that in any other
women's
sport.
Basketball is one of the only sports that you can do that in full time. And mainly because I think the WNBA realizes if they don't let players do that, they're going to have no talent in the WNBA because these women are making way more money. It's the reason Brittany Griner was in a Russian jail. She made $1 million a year playing in Russia and made $250,000 a year playing in America.
Crazy.
You're going to let them go make that money. And I understand with the Live Golf Tournament, if someone's throwing $100 million at you, it is very hard, especially in a career where you're not guaranteed to make money.
Yeah. That was
late in your life.
And that was a guarantee. That was, you didn't have to win. You just had to come and play.
Yep. I understand the draw.
Yeah.
I don't agree with the Saudis at all. And I do think the Saudis are
saying it wrong.
What?
I said Saudi Arabia.
Most people say, say whatever you want.
What is your water bottle?
Oh, it's the spiky water bottle.
Oh.
I put that on the screen earlier.
I know people are like, I don't like Anthony's water bottle.
Hey, you know what? I actually don't love it either. I do love the glass water bottle, though.
Okay.
And this is the only one we've got.
Oh, wait till you see. So I got my Stanley. Rebecca brings it up, and Jax. I got a Stanley, an accessory, not from Stanley, from Etsy, coming soon.
You know, we didn't even talk about the foot stuff yet today. I think we should save it for tomorrow.
Well,
it's a holiday.
Okay, I have 2 things to talk about.
Okay, because it's already 9:10.
Okay, we gotta go.
No, we don't have to go. It's a holiday. We can
So
just hang out.
I fell down the steps this weekend.
Oh my god! If you live with someone, and I feel like everyone does this. If you live with someone, and they're not in the same room as you, and you hear a thud, normally you just yell out, "You okay?" And they yell, "Yeah."
Every like 3 times a day this happens though.
And all the time. So I'll hear something tumble down the stairs, whether it's a phone or just
Anytime
a loud
I drop
noise.
anything.
I'll yell, "All good? Are you okay?"
Yep.
And every single time until this weekend, it was, "Yep, all good." And then
It was only like 3 steps. Or like the last 3. First of all, I had socks that had grippies on them, but it was like grippies and then like waxed. Like it didn't make any sense. They went immediately in the. Actually, I was torn with donating them because I'm scared someone's gonna die in them. So I actually threw them out, and that hurt my soul because I know they're going to a landfill. But I don't need anybody dying because of me.
I love this. Finding my perfect awkward, who's our friend Kira, said, "I'm surprised you haven't sooner. Those stairs are slippy, slidey, and loud."
Oh no, I fall down these steps all the time. It's so funny. My neighbor and I, because it's townhome, she has the same house. She's like, I've been looking. She's like, my niece falls down them all the time. I'm looking like different things to put on them.
Mm-hmm.
It's even like I'm not putting little carpet things. There's grippy things I can get for them. I think that's what I'm gonna do.
Continue.
I'm walking down the steps. I'm on the phone with a Canadian pharmacy. Finally get in touch with them because I have to get a prescription from them because it's $3,000 here in America, not there. And I finally get through, and they're asking me questions, and I'm walking down the steps on the phone, and because I was on the phone, and I think I had something in my hand, I couldn't catch myself.
Mm-hmm.
So I just went, boom, and I was just sat there, and I hung up on them because I didn't know what to do. And I hear, "Are you okay?" And I don't think I responded because I was just like, somehow.
No, you did. So I yelled because I heard
so
I heard the thud, and I said, "Are you okay?" And all I heard was, "No."
I was bawling because I was genuinely scared that I truly hurt myself because of how hard I felt. So I hit my elbow, shoulder. This is so sore. I'm fine. I worked out today. And there's either way, cat tree or not, but I had a cat tree at the bottom of my steps. And when I slid, I like jammed my like foot and the ball of my foot and toe into it. And if not, I would have just hit actually probably better off because I would have went even further.
Maybe,
And
yeah.
hit like the ledge. And I hit that and I just sat there. I was like, and the bottom of my foot is like definitely bruised. I wonder, I looked at my elbow. Wow.
You're fine.
Wow.
But yeah, it was a hard fall. And
you know what's crazy? I hit my head, and that's also what scared me. But thank God for being sweaty. I had come back from a workout, and I was trying to air dry my hair.
Mm-hmm.
So I only put up the top half because I wanted the underneath to dry. So I had this clip like much higher. If I would have had this clip any lower, I would have smashed into the clip.
that would have hurt. It probably would have broke.
And
It's not like it would have like impaled your head.
Oh,
It just would have broke.
you don't know that.
I think it would have been okay.
I mean,
What? What are you trying to? What are you
like it
trying
would
to
have
do?
been.
No, it just would have snapped.
You don't know that.
I'm
People have died. You're not supposed to wear them while driving
why?
because you could. It's like a known fact. You could in a car accident if the airbag goes off, you smash it.
I don't know. This is not true. This is
smash
not real.
it, and your head breaks.
This is
I swear
not
to
real.
God.
Also, it was
Anti-slip tape on.
so. This is my cousin Michelle who said Anthony gets a front row seat to watching people fall down the stairs.
Michelle.
Apparently, so unfortunately, I did not get to watch Carla Marie fall down the stairs.
Oh, I wonder if the camera thing.
But Michelle, this is while we were on vacation. Michelle was baking some cakes, as she does at my brother's place, and she was going out to deliver them. And it was the day in New Jersey where the temperature dropped like 30 degrees in an hour, and it was raining, so everything was ice. And I was helping her carry some of the cakes down to get them delivered, and I've never in my life seen someone fall like a Tom and Jerry cartoon, like banana peel slip type fall.
I love it.
Her feet went
Sorry.
straight out from under her, and she, bam, landed right on the stairs. And I had a
And she
front
didn't
row
break
seat to that whole
anything in her
thing.
body.
Nothing broke.
The cake?
The cake? No, the cake was actually in pretty good shape.
Wow.
Yeah, it was something.
Oh, my back is so sore though. I had to get my Theragun. I did see this message come that said, I was just coming in here to type that about not wearing clips when driving, and you mentioned it. But I don't know where
I think
it
you
went.
just missed it. Yeah, I'll find it for you.
All right, I'm looking at this anti-slip tape.
Oh, for the stairs?
Mm-hmm.
So this was AMS06H said, no, it's true. I was going to comment the same thing about not wearing the claw clips when you're driving. So someone's died from I guess someone's died from everything.
Gets crazy, like, damage.
But I feel like if
I
you're
don't
in an accident that's that bad, where that plastic clip can end your life, something else was going to end your life too. Like it had to be a really bad accident.
You have to deal with the cut, and then they got to like not die, but like no one wants to have the back of their head shaved so they can put stitches in it.
Yeah. What are you gonna do?
I got to get these things for the step.
I'm trying to see where everyone is with the chat here.
And the second thing about my life
Yes.
is today I'm going to the eye doctor, Dr. Dow. He's normally in here on Twitch, but probably working at the moment. To pick up my new eyeglasses because apparently these I got like 6 years ago for night driving, but now my vision for reading on screens is actually getting a little blurry these days. So my new glasses will help with that, which will be amazing. I'm wearing these right now because I have no eye makeup on because when I got my sty back in December, I also got a chalazion, and it's a bump that's on your eyelid. And it's essentially a bunch of oils that build up and get hard. And you're supposed to do a hot compress several times a day, do a little massage to loosen it, and like the gunk comes out.
Okay.
Now, almost 2 months later at this point, I still have it and it's gotten bigger. He's going to look at it and recommend me to a surgeon.
You're gonna slice that thing out?
So there's a few things. One, they can do like injections to make it go away. If you're supposed to wait a few months and keep trying, like hot compress all the time. But it's like making my eye skin like loose because I have to massage it and it's giving me major anxiety.
Okay.
The other thing is they like just numb you, flip up your eyelid, pop it, basically.
Ooh.
And the
Does
other
it
thing,
put you to sleep for that?
nope, just local anesthetic.
Ugh.
Yeah, I'm not going to be a fan of that. So really not about to do that one. But Dr. A, I reached out to her. I'm going to see if I can go see her because there are homeopathic ways to do it, but I wanted to show it. It's not like gross. It's just a bump.
Okay.
It actually, I think yesterday I got some gunk to come out and made it go down. I can't like see what I'm doing.
Just you'll be able to figure it out.
Well, you have to show me.
You're
Oh, you can't even. Wait a minute. Oh my god.
what? Is it going down?
Shut up.
Let me see.
Is it gone?
It's not totally gone. No. I don't know if you'll be able to see it because there's a light. You can see it a little bit. Yeah, right there.
No, it went down.
Claire's asking if it hurts.
I feel like there's something on my eye around the clock.
So it's more of a nuisance than anything.
Yeah. And it definitely makes things blurry, especially because, I'm doing hot compress all day or whatever. But, wow, it went down so much. So hot compress, man, it works. I can't believe it.
I do want to make sure everyone knows we are going to end the stream in a couple minutes, but we got through the Beachwaver giveaway. We did the nerdy old man of the club, which was me, talked about Tiger Woods, and tomorrow I will mention the foot money that's come in recently.
Okay.
So we'll talk about that.
I got a more update on female jockeys.
Oh, okay. What do we got?
There's a female jockey who competed mainly in New York. Her name is Jackie Davis, and she rides against her brother Dylan Davis.
That's cool.
And I said, am I too tall to be a jockey? And Alex said, no, but those boobs would get in the way for sure. Because there's so much bouncing?
You just have to be as light as possible, right? Isn't that like...
Yo.
And obviously you have to be good at riding
Jockeys
horses.
weigh like
but
100 pounds.
yeah. Yeah, what is the average weight of a jockey? What is the average weight? That's not what I want. There we go. Weight of a jockey. Average height and weight. The Kentucky Derby requires the jockeys weigh a maximum of 126 pounds, which includes the jockey and gear.
And for that reason,
And
I'm out.
so ultimately, the jockey should weigh no more than 119 pounds. And They're between 4'10" and 5'6". So your
Wait,
height's
but
fine.
I'm not wearing the gear. The horse is wearing the gear.
No, but like you have a helmet.
Oh. Well,
You
my
got
helmet's
boots?
going to weigh, if I weigh, so I got to wear 7 pounds of gear?
I mean, regular clothing is like 3 pounds.
Okay.
But then you got a
Well,
helmet,
guess
you got
what?
riding boots, you got gloves, you got goggles, all of that stuff. I mean, the helmet alone is probably 3 pounds.
119 pounds.
Yeah, so 119 pounds between 4'10" and 5'6".
Oh,
So the height works.
well, that's good. Oh my God, I'd be so fucking scared. How fast do horses go?
Oh, how fast is the average Kentucky Derby horse? How fast is what the hell? How fast is the average Kentucky Derby horse? 37 miles an hour.
Well, how much is my e-bike going to go?
Your e-bike will top out at 29, I
Well,
believe.
I was cruising. I wasn't going full throttle, and I was like, this is enough for me.
Yeah. It is different. It's funny. Going 30 miles in a car, 30 miles an hour in a car,
So slow.
you're like, hurry up, please. You're killing me. Going 20 miles an hour on an e-bike, you feel like you are
That wind in your face.
a NASCAR driver.
Yeah.
It's so different. And it also because you know you're more exposed. You know it's more dangerous if you fall. Like, you're not going to fall out of your car.
I mean, I'm sure I'll find a way one day. Just don't wear your claw clips.
Yeah.
Wow.
Oh, Mellow FM says my cousin was a jockey for many years, and he is tiny. I wonder if your friend Alex knows Mellow's cousin, the jockey.
Probs.
There's probably a good chance that that they crossed paths. Rebecca in Jacksonville, 410. You could do it. Go get your jockey license. I don't
I
know.
don't
Or
think that's how it works.
go ride a
But
horse. Save a
Alex-
horse, ride a cowboy.
I had a horse growing up. She used to do like equestrian shows and everything, even through college. When we were roommates, she joined the URI equestrian team because we spent our freshman year there.
Mhm.
Wins like all kinds of awards. It's kind of insane, and she's tall. Like she's not obviously an equestrian. She's not a jockey.
Yeah. Yeah, because
but
she's like
still.
5'7" ish.
5'10".
She's five. Alex is
Super close-
5'10".
Super close to you.
Huh.
Maybe 5'9". She just got a horse this weekend. She was a race horse. She won a bunch of awards, but broke her tail coming out of the gate, so they can't race her anymore. So Alex bought her. She's gonna train her, and they're gonna do shows together.
How do you break a tail? Isn't it just hair?
No,
Like
they're-
a horse tail has, like your cats have like a tail.
yeah, same thing.
It's the same thing.
There's obviously more hair than tail.
Yeah.
But, I
How
guess
do you break it?
whatever
coming out of the gate?
the horse is. I love this though. I said, "What is her name?" and everything. She said, "Upon further research, I found out that her racing name was Bella Dominica, which is a red table wine. So she has been renamed to Cabernet, Neigh,
like nay.
and
That's
when
funny.
they do show, like her show name will be Red Wine."
That's cool.
I'm so excited.
I want to put up this comment before we get out of here. So that's our friend Kira who said, I bought a Beachwaver because of Carla Marie's. Thank you, Carla Marie.
She borrowed it when she was here, I think.
I assume so.
Cool.
We weren't like doing hair together, so I have no idea
You
what.
probably could have showed her how to use it at this point.
I know how it works. And I guarantee you, if I had long hair, I could probably do it to myself.
Okay.
But I don't think I could teach someone else.
Okay, well,
I'd just be like, I don't know, put your hair in the clip and press the button.
stay tuned for Women's History Month. We're going to do beach waves and booze on the stream one night. And yay, women. And then we'll talk about periods and tampons. And I'll do a how-to. And you bring your beach waver and your booze and your boobs, whatever.
All right, we are out of here. Thank you very much for hanging out with us on this President's Day. Hopefully, if you've never joined us before but you had a day off, you now understand what we talk about during the morning show podcast when we're telling you to come hang out here.
Yeah.
And if you want to ever watch us while you're at work, you don't need the app. You can always use your work computer and go to twitch.tv/Carla Marie Anthony and watch us that way. And if you're driving to work, you can plug us in, put us on Bluetooth, whatever you do to get
And you don't
audio
have to
from your
work.
phone, and you can listen to it as if it was a podcast or a radio show.
Yes. I have a Barbie wig. You're going to wear that and you're going to do beach waves.
Won't it like fry it though?
No, you can straighten it.
Like the
straightened
plastic
it
Barbie
before.
hair? Like I know if it was a real wig.
No, you can.
Okay.
Whatever. If it fries it, it fries it.
Yeah, but then there's going to be plastic on your beach waiver.
We'll test it out quickly.
Thank you very much for hanging out with us. We will be back here tomorrow. Any last words, Carla Marie?
Peace out, Cub Scouts.
Later.